Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation on the future of marketing and digital communications. My name is Charles Zilla and I am a student of marketing and digital communications from Falmouth University. Just a brief background about myself. I hold a bachelor's degree in journalism and media studies and I have worked in the communications field for over 5 years and I've also worked in the marketing field for over 3 years. Apart from the professional career, I also run a car rental business that I have operated since 2017. So my interest in this particular course goes beyond the professional career. It also goes down to my businesses as well. So professionally, I would want to become a market analyst, and I believe all the skills that this particular course has equipped me with, I am on the right track of becoming a market analyst. More especially on the digital aspect. Thank you and enjoy the rest of the presentation. So, what are we going to be looking at in this particular presentation? In the next few minutes of this presentation, we'll be looking at the future of marketing and digital communication. What changes should marketers anticipate? And then from there, we are going to look at the recommendations for marketers. With these changes, what should marketers do so that they remain in line or relevant? And then we are going to shift our focus to look at the main project that I did. How do I intend to use this particular project in my career as I progress in my career? And then we are going to close this presentation by looking at the overall impression that I have about this particular program. In looking at the future of marketing and digital communication, we are going to focus on three particular themes: AI in marketing, personalization of data, as well as ethics and sustainability. Now, we can all agree that the future is AI. It is a known fact that AI is transforming all walks of life, including that of marketing. AI is such a powerful engine that is driving business growth, customer engagement, and operational efficiencies. And in the next 5 years, we should expect that AI is going to dominate the marketing and digital communication discipline. Currently, AI is already redefining many marketing aspects, ranging from task automation, campaign personalization, data analysis. With tools like ChatGPT and Google Bard, everything is already changing in marketing. But what are some of the key insights about AI in marketing? According to Statista, over 80% of marketers are already integrated or are already integrating some form of AI technology in their activities. And 68% of these marketers indicated that they use AI to understand their audiences. That is according to a work report. And then there are also 58 more marketers use AI to analyze market performance, while 57 used to create groups of segment and whatnot. According to McKinsey and Company, states that brands that use data-driven marketing at scale can increase efficiency by 10 to 20%. That is to say, those brands that are using AI are bound to have their efficiency increased by 10 to 20%. On a global scale, as of 2021, AI in marketing was estimated to be at $15.8 billion, but it is expected to grow up to $107 billion by the year 2028. And this is simply show how AI is growing, or the use of AI is growing within the discipline of marketing and digital communication. But what is it really that is changing? What impact is AI having on the discipline of marketing and digital communication? What is it really that is going to change in the next 5 years? We should expect that in the next 5 years, there will be a rise in usage of generative AI for content creation. With AI, marketers will be able to generate content at low cost and in no time. AI is giving that ability for marketers to create content within a short period of time and at a very low cost. An example of this is a Coca-Cola advert, the Santa Claus Coca-Cola advert. Let's have a look at it, how AI is working. Advert simply shows us how AI is reducing costs. Instead of the company, the Coca-Cola brand, going to shoot in a snow area and whatnot, which will cost them more, they simply worked on that particular advert using AI. So that's some of the beauty about the AI. The second impact of AI is conversation marketing. With AI, automation services such as AI chatbots and voice assistants are also bound to highly increase due to higher adoption of AI in marketing. It is estimated by the year 2026, 75% of customer services interaction of many brands will be powered by AI. There would be no need for someone to phone. So if people want to ask something from a brand, they can simply talk with chatbots. It comes as if it's a person, but usually it's just an artificial intelligence that is responding. It's trying to address most of the issues for our clients. The most important question when we look at this, should we say with this AI is taking over, what will remain of the roles of marketers? Many people are afraid that maybe perhaps the integration of AI is going to overtake their roles. People will no longer be needed because people will just be using AI. But according to some of the arguments by some professionals in the industry, well-known industry, they argue that no, AI is not completely taking over. But the future of marketing excellence is not AI-generated ads, but it is that humans will be powered by AI. So the future of marketing excellence is not AI-generated ads, but it's a AI-powered humans. That's according to Sam Reid, co-founder, a founder of Loops Research Tool. The idea that AI is going to replace creativity is short-sighted. The thing with AI is it can't join unconnected dots. That's really the essence of creativity, seeing them connected and putting them together. In other words, what it's trying to say is, with AI, it simply uses the information that is already there. So if the information that is there is false, AI is going to give you false information. That's why we need a human to help to connect those particular dots. With AI, it's garbage in, it's garbage out. Working with AI is an overall evolving process which demands marketers to be on guard. AI does not replace the laws of and efforts of humans. It complements and enhances those, but it requires human skills to use it effectively. So AI is not completely taking over, but it is simply enhancing, complementing the roles that marketers are already doing. The second thing that we are going to be looking at is hyper-personalization and data-driven marketing. The advancement of technology has allowed many marketers to easily target their audience, to ease the process of audience targeting, as marketers have for long wished or aimed to deliver the right message to the right people and at the right time. With smartphones, social media, data analysis, and the increasing use of AI, it is very easy for marketers to achieve personalized marketing. But what is hyper-personalization? Hyper-personalization is the use of advanced technologies, especially artificial intelligence, real-time data, and insights to deliver highly individualized marketing experience to customers. In the next 5 years, we should anticipate to see an increase or hyper personalization where AI algorithms will analyze vast amount of data from purchase history to browsing behavior to deliver highly customized experiences for individual consumers. Businesses need to prepare themselves or position themselves well in this ever-changing environment, as the future of marketing will become very smarter, very faster, and more data-driven. With AI and machine learning at play, personalization will become or is becoming the core aspect of every marketing strategy. So practitioners need to adjust themselves so that they don't remain behind. An interesting fact is that consumers don't just want personalization, they demand it. The current consumers, they don't want that type of marketing where they are being targeted as a group. They would want a personalized type of targeting, and this is not something that they want. They are demanding as well. Here are some quick facts on personalization or hyper-personalization. According to a work report, most businesses are already spending half of their budgets to personalization of data. And then there's a whole 71% of consumers expecting personalized interactions from brands that they interact with, they patronize. And then 40% of businesses utilizing personalization, and 40% more than any other brand without personalization. So for businesses that are using personalization, there are added advantages to get 40% more, to make 40% more profits than their counterparts. Concerns on personalization. Of course, the personalization of data. Personalized marketing doesn't come on a silver platter. It comes with huge concerns from customers, and most of these concerns range on data privacy concern. Most of customers, as much as they are willing to give out their information to brands so that they have that personalized experience, their concern or their setback is on how brands handle their data. Most of them, they want to be assured that their data is very secure and that their privacy is always maintained. So brands that are working on personalization also need to start working, or they need to intensify their efforts on on data privacy. The second concern is on personalization is the end of third-party cookies, or the shift from third-party cookies to first-party cookies. With third-party cookies, it was very easy for many brands to access data, but with first-party cookies or with first-party data, it will require that consumers willingly give out their information to brands, and the brands will have to devise a way of collecting data and not necessarily having a third party collecting data for them. So for brands that have challenges in collecting data, this will pose as a challenge. As well as there's an element of customer fatigue. when there's too much personalization, there's too much targeting from brands, customers can sometimes become tired of this. They go weak. So customer fatigue is also bound to happen. A real life example or experience of hyper personalization is on Spotify and Netflix apps, where recommendations of what you would like to watch or would like to listen to on Spotify is based on your previous interactions. From hyper personalization and data-driven marketing, let's move to the third theme, which is on ethics and sustainability. Ethical marketing is simply referred to as the application of marketing ethics into the marketing process. Many consumers are becoming very aware and very conscious of how brands conduct themselves in as far as ethics is concerned. With the rise of digital marketing, there has also been a rise of ethical concern by consumers. Most consumers are worried on how brands handle their data that they give through their digital platforms. The current crop of consumers is demanding that brands should be ethical, transparent, and responsible, and not only give them quality products or services. Ethical behavior is regarded now as a critical aspect of building a long-term relationship with consumers. That's according to Bradford 2023. But ethical marketing is not only helping consumers, but also brands. With ethical marketing, brands are able to build and boost consumer loyalty. But why ethical marketing? 85% of consumers say a company history of ethical businesses practices influences their purchase decisions. Companies with high trust rating outperforms all trust companies by 186% in revenue growth. That is to say, companies that are doing well in terms of their ethical marketing are bound to make a lot of profits than those that are not. 76% of consumers would switch from their preferred brand to one of any brand that demonstrates better transparency or that are doing ethical marketing. With millennials and Gen Z, this is a very big issue. Gen Z and millennials are willing even to pay 10 to 25% premium for products from companies with strong ethical principles. With Gen Z, it's not just about buying a product, but ethics counts. From ethics, we can move to sustainability in marketing. Consumers expect brands to adopt eco-friendly practices, use innovative materials, and promote waste reduction. Consumers want eco-friendly and waste-reducing brands, from greenwashing to genuine commitments. Consumers are not looking at brands that will give them a lip service for that they are doing something about sustainability, but they are looking at brands that are genuinely committed and are following the principles of sustainability. 66% of consumers are willing even to pay more for sustainable products than those brands that are strong on sustainability. In fact, the future of marketing lies in the intersection of purpose and innovation. Ethical and sustainable marketing will no longer be optional, but foundational. Brands that adopt these principles will enjoy competitive advantage, improved stakeholder relations, and long-term relevance. In the next 5 years, we should expect a rise in integration of sustainability metrics in marketing KPIs among many brands, as most consumers are demanding that brands should be sustainable and should be ethical in the way they conduct their business. We should also expect a very high rise in terms of demand of transparency and in sustainability efforts by brands. As digital marketing evolves, so must its ethical compass. The future belongs to brands that prioritize people, planet, and purpose alongside profit. Ethical and sustainable marketing is not just a good practice; it is a smart business strategy in the age of conscious consumption and digital empowerment. Having looked at these particular trends, these particular changes that are bound to happen in the next 5 years in the field of marketing and digital communications, what are the recommendations that we can give to marketers? The first one is marketers need to start upskilling themselves so that they meet the demands of AI technologies or the demand of changing technologies. The future for marketers is no longer about strategies only. The future for marketers also lies in how one is able to adopt and utilize these particular tools, because the future is all about these particular tools. So marketers and practitioners need to work towards upskilling themselves, that they familiarize themselves with this particular AI tools or other marketing technologies that keep on changing or keep on coming every day. We also need brands that can invest in data-driven personalization. Campaigns that are broad targeting campaigns are diminishing. Consumers, brands are currently preferring personalized targeting. So we need brands that can, or brands or marketers should start investing in data-driven personalization. Also, we need marketers to embrace ethics and sustainability as core values. With the growth of conscious consumers, sustainability conscious consumers, or even consumers that are conscious of ethics, marketers need to start embracing this and integrate it within their marketing strategies so that they can have an added advantage over other brands. Major project application. From looking at the future of marketing and digital communications, now let's shift our focus to look at my major project for this master's program. My project basically assessed how small and medium enterprises in Malawi are leveraging Facebook Analytics for their competitive advantage. There was 4 main objectives that the study was set to establish, which was to establish the level of adoption of and utilization of Facebook Analytics, its impact, perceptions that SMEs have in Malawi, as well as the skill set and challenges that SMEs in Malawi are facing in utilize Facebook Analytics. Some key findings on the research revealed that there is generally low levels of adoption of Facebook Analytics among SMEs, and the main factor contributing to this low level of adoption is the lack of skills among most marketers in Malawi from SMEs, as well as it was established that despite this low level of adoption, most of the SMEs acknowledge of the potential impact of Facebook Analytics if integrated into their marketing strategies. So how do I intend to use this major project to my advantage? As I already indicated, I am an entrepreneur. Apart from being a marketing professional, I am an entrepreneur and I run a car hire business. So my very first intention to use this particular project is to improve my business based on the findings from this particular research. The insights that I've established from this particular project, I'm going to use those to improve on my marketing strategy. But overall also, it has given me an upper hand because I also dream of becoming a consultant, a marketing consultant, specifically for digital marketing. So with this particular project that I've focused on SMEs, I intend at a later stage also to do another research that will focus on big brands. And based on that particular findings from that particular thing, I would want at a later stage to use that to inform SMEs and brands of how they can improve their digital marketing. So the main goal is to become a data literate marketer and a future consultant who is well versed with digital marketing skills. So that's how I'm going to apply my master's or my major project. In terms of my career, well, as I've already indicated, the main goal is to become a marketing consultant. In Malawi, there are few digital marketers, those that are well versed, especially with in the areas of analytics. And I have put special focus on analytics because I know that this is a sought after skill, a most sought after skill in Malawi. Apart from Facebook Analytics, I intend to enroll for a Google Analytics, a short course on Google Analytics, so that I can become more versed in analytics issues and become a market analyst, have a competitive advantage over the rest of the marketers as well in the sector, in the industry. I would want, in the long run, to establish my own digital consultancy firm. My overall impression, well, to start with, if I was asked to rate this particular program out of 10, I would give it a 10 out of 10. I think it touches the basic, the real issues in terms of digital marketing. When I enrolled for this program, when I was looking for this program, I knew that I wanted to study something to do with marketing and digital communication. But the in-depth of digital marketing that I've gained from this particular program, it's beyond my imagination. I think it's quite relevant and quite timely. When you look at the modules that were there to do with AI, to do with ethics, sustainability, those are the issues that are indeed affecting the sector currently. And to have a well-updated course like this one, a program like this one, it's something that I've given this program. It's given this program a plus. So I'm very impressed about this particular program. I would recommend it to someone, and if I would want to have another master's degree in the near future, I would enroll with Falmouth. I think I've been very impressed with this program. The teaching, the level of engagement with the teaching staff also is quite good. I wouldn't complain. If anything, well, I would say it's been a pleasure doing masters with Falmouth University, especially on this particular program, which has been quite relevant in my day-to-day career as a marketer. Thank you so much.